Imagine telling a colleague you're excited to see the new sheep arriving at the harbor tomorrow when you actually meant ship. One tiny vowel, one very different Monday morning. Today, we make sure that mix-up never happens to you. Welcome back to Speakora. I'm Adam, and this is day 9 of our 30-day English Fluency Challenge. Yesterday, we trained the TH sound. Today, we're tackling something just as sneaky, but completely different. Vowel length. Specifically, the difference between short I and long E, the sound that separates ship from sheep, bit from beat, and live from leave.
Hi, everyone. Honestly, Adam, this one genuinely scares me a little because I've actually made this exact mistake before at work in a meeting about shipping schedules. I still think about it sometimes.
You're definitely not alone, Luna. This is one of the most common vowel confusions in English, especially for speakers whose native language doesn't distinguish vowel length the same way. The good news is, once your ear catches the difference, your mouth follows quickly.
That's reassuring. So it's really about training my ear first, not just my mouth?
Exactly. And that's actually the opposite order from yesterday. Yesterday was tongue placement first. Today starts with listening. Let's warm up. I'm going to say 2 words, and I want you to tell me which one is longer, stretched out more. Ship or sheep?
Sheep.
It feels like it holds on longer.
Perfect ear, Luna. Sheep is a long, tense sound, E, while ship is short and relaxed, I. Let's practice both, starting with a short one. Say ship and keep it short and quick.
Ship.
Good. Now say sheep and really stretch that vowel out, longer than feels natural at first.
Sheep.
Excellent. A little exaggerated is actually perfect for training. Let's do another pair. Bit, short and quick.
Bit.
And beat, long and stretched.
Beat.
Perfect. Notice your mouth actually changes shape slightly too. It's not just about length. Your lips get a little wider and tenser for the long E sound.
I can actually feel that now that you mention it. My mouth does feel different between the two.
That's exactly the awareness we want. One more warm-up pair, and this one's a common trap. Live, meaning to exist or reside, short vowel.
Live.
And leave, meaning to depart, long vowel.
Leave.
Beautiful. 2 words that look almost identical in spelling, but mean completely different things, purely based on vowel length. Let's take this distinction now into full sentences in real conversation where getting this right actually matters.
Part 1 complete. You've nailed the basics and planted the seeds. Now it's time to move from theory to action. In Part 2, we're entering the application phase. You'll be testing your ears and applying those distinctions in real time. Don't slow down now. We're just getting started. Let's jump into Part 2.
All right, Luna, let's put this into real conversation. I'm going to ask you questions, and I want you to listen carefully to your own vowel length as you answer.
Okay, I'll really try to focus on it.
Luna, do you prefer to live in a big city or somewhere quieter?
I think I'd like to live in a quieter place eventually, but for now, I leave in a busy city for work.
Beautiful. And did you notice you actually used both words correctly there? Short-live for residing, long leave would only apply if you meant departing.
Oh, actually, I think I need to double-check that sentence.
You're right. Let's clarify. Live for where you reside is always the short vowel. Live. You used it both times correctly. I just wanted to make sure you heard the distinction clearly.
That actually makes sense now. Live and leave really are a completely different pair.
Exactly. Good catch on double-checking yourself. That instinct is valuable. Let's continue. Have you ever traveled anywhere by ship?
Yes, actually. I took a sheep to an island once for vacation.
I caught that one immediately. Let's rebuild it.
I took a ship to an island once for vacation.
Perfect. Much clearer and much less confusing for the listener. Now let's move into role play, since this distinction shows up constantly in daily life. Situation 1. You're at a farm with a friend describing the animals.
Okay, ready.
What kind of animals do you see over there?
I see some sheep in the field and a few chickens near the barn.
Let's rebuild that one. Remember, the farm animal needs the long vowel.
I see some sheep in the field and a few chickens near the barn.
Perfect correction. Situation 2. You're discussing a delayed delivery at work.
Okay, ready.
Do you know when the shipment will arrive?
I believe the shipment should arrive by Friday according to the tracking update.
Let's rebuild that carefully.
I believe the shipment should arrive by Friday according to the tracking update.
Excellent. And that word specifically, shipment, is one you'll likely use often in a professional setting, so this correction is especially valuable. Situation 3. A casual conversation about where you grew up.
Okay, ready.
Where did you grow up and do you still live there?
I grew up in a small town, but I don't live there anymore. I moved for university and never went back.
Beautiful. Completely correct that time. Short-lived for residing. And he used moved and went back naturally around it too.
I think hearing myself get it right this time felt really satisfying, like something actually clicked.
That click, Luna, is your ear and mouth finally syncing up on this distinction. Let's lock it in now with focused repetition and vocabulary specifically about this sound pair.
That's application checked off. In part 2, you proved your ears are sharp. Now let's build the muscle memory. In part 3, we're focusing on focused repetition and critical vocabulary. Get ready to lock these distinctions in. We are almost there. Dive straight into part 3 now. Okay, Luna, repetition round. Focused on short I versus long E. Say each sentence slowly and really exaggerate the difference at first.
Ready.
The ship arrived at the port this morning.
The ship arrived at the port this morning.
We saw sheep grazing in the field.
We saw sheep grazing in the field.
Can you fix this little bit of the report?
Can you fix this little bit of the report?
I want to beat my personal record this year.
I want to beat my personal record this year.
I currently live in a small apartment.
I currently live in a small apartment.
I have to leave the office by 6.
I have to leave the office by 6.
Please sit here while I check the schedule.
Please sit here while I check the schedule.
The view from this seat is amazing.
The view from this seat is amazing.
This fits perfectly, thank you.
This fits perfectly, thank you.
We need to eat before the meeting starts.
We need to eat before the meeting starts.
The shipment is scheduled for next week.
The shipment is scheduled for next week.
My sister raises sheep on her farm.
My sister raises sheep on her farm.
It's just a little bit further from here.
It's just a little bit further from here.
I really want to beat the deadline this time.
I really want to beat the deadline this time.
Fantastic. 14 sentences and your vowel length sounded much more distinct by the end than at the start. Now 8 vocabulary words focused on this specific sound distinction.
Let's do it.
Word 1, vowel length, meaning how long or short a vowel sound is held. For example, vowel length completely changes the meaning of ship and sheep. Your turn.
I never thought about vowel length being so important before this lesson.
Great usage. Word 2, tense, meaning a vowel pronounced with more muscle tension, usually held longer, like the E in sheep. For example, the long E sound is tense, not relaxed. Try it.
I'm learning that tense vowels feel very different in my mouth.
Excellent. Word 3, lax, meaning a vowel pronounced more relaxed and shorter, like the I in ship. For example, the short I sound is lax, quick, and relaxed. Luna?
The lax version of this sound is actually easier for me than the tense one.
Perfect. Word 4, exaggerate, meaning to make something larger or more extreme than normal, often for practice. For example, exaggerate the vowel length until it feels natural. Your turn.
I'll keep exaggerating this sound until my mouth remembers it automatically.
Wonderful. Word 5, distinguish, meaning to correctly tell the difference between two similar things. For example, can you distinguish between these two vowel sounds now? Luna?
I can finally distinguish between ship and sheep without thinking hard about it.
Great example. Word 6, mouth tension, meaning how tight or relaxed your mouth muscles are while speaking a sound. For example, notice the mouth tension difference between these two words. Try it.
I noticed more mouth tension when I said the long vowel correctly.
Excellent. Word 7, ear training, meaning practicing your ability to hear and recognize specific sounds. For example, ear training comes before mouth training with vowels. Luna?
I think ear training today really helped me hear my own mistakes faster.
Beautiful. And word 8, contrast, meaning a clear difference between two things placed close together. For example, the contrast between these two vowels is very clear now. Your turn.
The contrast between ship and sheep finally feels obvious to me.
That's the exact transformation today was built for, Luna. Let's wrap up with a quiz, some focus tips, and your challenge before day 10.
That's part 3 checked off. Repetition builds muscle, and you've unlocked the mastery. In part 4, we put it all together. No more isolated drills. It's about seamless integration and effortless conversational flow. This is where it gets real. Let's make it instinctive. Dive straight into part 4 now.
All right, Luna, quiz time. 5 questions, all focused on today's vowel distinction.
Ready.
Question 1. Correctly say the word for a large ocean vessel.
Ship.
Perfect. Question 2. Correctly say the word for the farm animal that gives us wool.
Sheep.
Excellent. Question 3. Correctly say the word meaning to reside somewhere using the short vowel.
Live.
Wonderful. Question 4. Correctly say the word meaning to depart using the long vowel.
Leave.
Perfect. And question 5. How does your ear feel about this sound pair now compared to the start of today?
Honestly, at the start, I genuinely couldn't hear the difference at all. They sounded almost identical. Now I can hear it clearly, even in my own voice, which feels like real progress.
5 for 5, Luna, and your ear training today was genuinely excellent. Now, 5 tips to keep building this distinction. Tip number 1, exaggerate the long vowel far more than feels natural for the first week of practice, since your ear needs a clear, obvious contrast before it can detect subtle ones. Tip number 2, practice minimal pairs specifically, side by side like ship and sheep or live and leave, since hearing them back to back trains recognition faster than isolated words. Tip number 3, watch your mouth in a mirror for the long vowel sounds, since you should visibly see your lips widen and tense slightly compared to the short version. Tip number 4, listen actively for this vowel pair in shows or conversations this week, since passive recognition strengthens active production over time. Tip number 5, don't worry if short vowels still feel more natural, since that's completely normal. The long, tense vowels typically take longer to feel automatic for most learners.
Tip 2 really stood out to me. Practicing the pairs side by side today definitely helped more than practicing them separately would have.
That's a genuinely important pattern in pronunciation training, Luna. Contrast accelerates learning. How do you feel heading into day 10?
Honestly, I feel like my ear is getting sharper every single day this week, which I didn't expect pronunciation practice to feel like.
That's exactly the goal, Luna. Sharper ears lead to sharper speech. Let's recap today. First, we identified vowel length as the key difference between ship and sheep. Second, we learned to distinguish short, relaxed vowels from long, tense ones. Third, we practiced the distinction in real conversation and 3 role-play situations. Fourth, we repeated 14 sentences focused entirely on this vowel contrast. And fifth, we learned 8 new words to describe and discuss vowel sounds specifically.
When you list it out like that, today feels like it built directly on yesterday. Tongue placement and now vowel length, 2 completely different pronunciation skills in 2 days.
That's intentional, Luna. We're building a complete pronunciation toolkit, one focused skill at a time. If today sharpens your ear even a little, give this video a like. It genuinely helps more learners find this challenge. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications, because tomorrow we tackle silent letters, the spelling traps English never warned you about.
Here's your homework before tomorrow. Say 5 minimal pairs out loud tonight, like ship and sheep or live and leave, and really exaggerate the difference each time.
And in the comments, tell us, did you also make a real ship versus sheep style mistake before, like Luna's shippy meeting? We'd love to hear it, and it helps other learners feel less alone too.
We're building real listening skills together now, not just speaking skills.
Exactly, Luna. Yesterday, your mouth learned something new. Today, your ear did too. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 10.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everyone.